Yes, this is Peter Dow with the Las Vegas Radio. And with me here is Mr. Mark Bird and his wife, Danielle Bird. And I understand that
that change, you know, we move on. It must be that people see that
Xin phép quý vị được thi hành lễ khai mạc. A very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Minh Phan on behalf of the organizer of the fundraising memorial, Vietnamese and Armed Forces of America. We are so honored to have you here tonight. Before we start the programs, please rise for our color.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Hãy cùng dân ơi bước lên đáp lời sông núi, Please welcome Rick Williams.
Thank you very much. My name is Rick Williams. I'm a Garland City Councilman in Garland. I want on behalf of Mayor Ron Jones and the entire city of Garland, we thank you for this opportunity to be here tonight. Certainly this is a very worthy cause. Scholarships, supporting disabled South Vietnamese soldiers still in South Vietnam. But I'm very excited to hear about the War Memorial. I was a helicopter pilot myself in 1967, 1968 in the Cu Chi Tay Net area. We supported and fought side by side with the South Vietnamese soldiers. I'm very familiar with the bravery and courage exhibited by the South Vietnamese as well as by fellow American soldiers. And so we think it's very appropriate that a memorial be built that recognizes the courage of both soldiers and will be there so that people will not forget the sacrifices that were made. So on behalf of the City Council and the City of Garland, we appreciate being here and we look forward to supporting this project in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. Talking about City of Garland, I have a good friend here.
Well, it's certainly great to be here tonight. I am a veteran of the Vietnam War. I flew helicopters for the United States Army for 24 years and spent 2 years in Vietnam. I operated from north of Quy Nhon to the DMZ, militarized zone, during both of my tours. So I saw quite a bit of the northern portion of South Vietnam. I always thought Vietnam was a beautiful place. The war was not beautiful, but I believe it is important that we remember it. I am the treasurer for the National Vietnam War Museum, being built in Parker County, Texas, about an hour west of here. And remembering the Vietnam War is our primary goal. Our mission is to promote an understanding of the Vietnam era while honoring those who served. We have built several beautiful gardens, a half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. And we have a full-size replica of the Camp Holloway Memorial Wall that was built in Pleiku, Vietnam in 1965. We have a visitor center open 7 days a week. It contains a 300 square foot gallery for rotating exhibits. The entire project is run by volunteers. But we still have to build the main museum building, a 50,000 square foot facility that will tell the story of the Vietnam War and era. One of the 11 galleries in the museum building is dedicated to the Vietnamese culture. You can contact me later for more information on that museum, but tonight I'm here as a member of the Board of Advisors for the memorial to be built in Arlington, Texas, by the Heroes of South Vietnamese Memorial Foundation. I am honored to be a small part of this important project. My favorite part of the design is the statue that recognizes the partnership between the American and Vietnamese soldier. It shows us working together, Vietnamese and Americans. The designs for the memorial are completed. The land is available. The sculptor is here tonight. He's been engaged to build the statue. We only need to raise some money and the project can be completed. If you want to see this memorial completed, help us raise the funds and tell your friends to help. The good news is that the funds are available. The bad news is it's still in your pockets. I'm also a teacher at Weatherford College, and after I finish a lecture, there's always a test. So I have a test for you tonight. It's a test of your will. Will you help us build this war memorial? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll preface my remarks by saying that Peter Dow told me to keep it short, and I plan to do that. The hour does grow late. The existing memorial that is out there started in 2005 And we have a 1 1/4 scale World War II soldier on a 4-foot-high pedestal installed out there. To date, we've spent about $450,000 on what we have put in that location. And when we were approached, when our foundation was approached by the Vietnamese Foundation about blending in, and Joe Orr is really the one I give credit to for getting us together. We were enthusiastic about getting this Vietnam Memorial blended in the same area where the existing memorial is. Our memorial is dedicated to all U.S. troops in all wars, not just Vietnam, but from day one forward. But this particular Vietnam memorial, where it is a co-partnership with the Vietnamese and U.S. Recognition of the people who dedicated their lives and talents to fighting in South Vietnam, is just really a great thing to add to the existing memorial. We're extremely pleased in our foundation that your foundation has selected Arlington, Texas to be a part of your memorial. We think it is an ideal location. We're eternally grateful to the city of Arlington for making the land available in Veterans Park for our memorial and now your memorial. We are extremely pleased with our design architect, Ron Horton, who is here tonight, on blending the two memorials in together. And we look forward to the completion of your memorial in Arlington Veterans Park. We have a learning curve on the construction requirements on the building in that park, and we will assist your people and your construction company in any way we can in smoothing out the ruffles on dealing with the city code requirements and that sort of thing. And we look forward to the completion of your memorial in record time. Thank you very much.
I'm president of Paramount Corporation here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. A real love for the Vietnamese culture, and it's my honor to be here this evening to pay tribute to the South Vietnamese and the American soldiers who have fought for liberty and people's freedom of the sovereign Republic of South Vietnam. It's incredible sacrifices that were made by all in this war for freedom. They fought a just, noble, and honorable cause. Our flags, the United States of America and the South Vietnamese, represented justice and freedom. We grieve for our comrades, those who died side by side, and for the boat people, those who caught in the killing fields after the war. A soldier's grief stays forever, and that's why we can't forget. So let us now come together to support this timeless memorial statue that will be set in perpetuity in Veterans Park in Arlington, Texas, honoring the American South Vietnamese veterans, American and South Vietnamese. And let us remember, never forget, we were together then, fighting side by side, and we're together now. God bless you, and amen.
Thank you, General. I am Mark Bird. I was once a Marine helicopter pilot in Vietnam. I volunteered to go to Vietnam because I thought it was the right thing to do, a good cause. I flew helicopters, Huey gunships, and then for Christmas of 1969, the Commandant of the Marine Corps gave us Cobra gunships. There I am next to one. That's a Huey. I'm the sculptor for this project, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. I am supposed to be a man of few words, I'm told. This is the sculpture on display. It's a sketch to illustrate the concept. My wife, Janelle, with me, is also a sculptor. In fact, she's a great sculptor of the portrait, the human face, which is the hardest part of all to do. Together, we have sculpted a number of sculptures that I'm very proud of. We are. There is Roy Benavides, a Medal of Honor recipient. It's at West Point, United States Military Academy. My wife is shown sculpting a great American hero of the Vietnam War. I believe he was there for 5 tours of duty. Robert Howard recently died, 2-time Distinguished Service Cross recipient, 1-time Medal of Honor, the highest decorated American soldier from the Vietnam War. These are statues we've done at the Air Force Academy. The very first cadet sworn in at the Academy, the first one to die in combat, died on a mission supporting Vietnam, was killed by the Cambodians who were actually in VA. This is a sculpture at the Air Force Academy, a Marine, Kevin Shea, the highest ranking Marine officer killed in Iraq. Next to that is Joe Jackson, earned the Medal of Honor at the evacuation of Camp Duck, flying a C-123. Next to him, Stephen Pless, earned the Medal of Honor evacuating 3 captured on the beach at My Lai. Steve Pless is at the Georgia Aviation Hall of Fame. The small figure there is from the Iraq War, a Marine who became known as the Lion of Fallujah. It's given annually as the Special Operations Officer of the Year Award. Yes, I'm very proud of these sculptures that my wife and I have done, but I'll tell you this, as a United States Marine, a veteran of Vietnam, a man who went to Vietnam believing it was a just and true cause, perhaps becoming a little disillusioned by some of the things I saw go wrong while there. But I'll tell you, in September or so of 1969, when we had the most rain ever recorded on planet Earth up around Hue, and the mass graves from the Tet Massacre were uncovered, I talked to a lady who worked at our base cleaning my hut. She was in a beautiful gown. I said, "What, are you going to a party?" She said, "No, funeral." We find the body in the grave. My husband, my son, my father, 7 males from her family. At that moment, I knew we weren't just a just cause, we were fighting evil. And that's where my heart is on this, and we continue the fight now with this sculpture to try to overcome the mistruths about the Vietnam War. It was a just cause, and we were fighting evil. These are a few pictures of the sculpture that we have here. I invite you to come up and look it around. Please don't touch it, it's just soft clay. Our concept is a Vietnamese soldier sitting holding the flag. He's mourning the loss of his comrades, his family. He's mourning the loss of his country. The American soldier standing next to him. They're perhaps still on a battlefield. He's watching the horizon for possible enemy, supporting his friend. Thank you very much, and let me say I'm very honored and pleased to be among so many distinguished and courageous Vietnamese people. Godspeed.
Mark, thank you for your time in Vietnam. 365 days. Oh, I know. Now you have to.
Mộng mơ của anh, mộng mơ của một con người. Ôi nó khác chi mây trời hiền hòa, khác chi bốn mùa anh chung. Có tiếng cười thủy tích của vài đứa trẻ và hơi ấm còn tay ôm của một người vợ hiền. Phải thế không anh? Trong cái non xanh của anh, mặt trời vẫn còn đó ban ngày, và ban đêm mặt trăng hoặc muôn muôn chiều chiều vì sao